So before placing a single block on a large scale build, you gotta figure out where it's gonna go. We're gonna build it. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been riding around looking at things, riding over things, riding around things, riding under things, looking for a place to put my mega vault. And let me tell you, the search continues. I thought about doing a jungle thing, you know, with the lush green grass and everything. I also thought that a mountain thing could be quite cool with all the snow and stuff. I checked out a whole bunch of different places and it all came back to the same thing. It was all just too far away from my base and I didn't want to have to transport all my equipment and blocks all the way to the new location. So I just ended up back where I started. And you know, that's totally fine. Sometimes you just gotta try all the different options to then realize that actually the first one was the best one. Yeah, so I haven't found a place to build the mega vault yet. I got stuck in my head. I've been overthinking it. But I've got some ideas. I got a couple of spots that I like. The first one is actually up here across the river. This is actually it's where I spawned in. It's a lovely little spot. There's this like plains area. It's a good grass color, not many trees. I think that could be a good spot. I wouldn't have to do much work and it's pretty close, but it's still, you know, like it's still its own area. And then this river is like really cool as well. The other spot that I had in mind is kind of like, it's all the way over here, almost on the complete other side of the base we have here. Oh, don't fall in the hole, please. But yeah, I got this big field here. I've been looking at it for so long, trying to decide what to put here. And so far I've come up with nothing, but it's a good spot, you know, it's you know, not many trees. It's a good color and you can see it from the house. You can wave to yourself while you're building. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of torn between the two spots at the moment. I don't know which one I like, and I don't know if I like either of them. So while we figure out that stuff, in the meantime, we can do some planning in the backyard. Alright, so here is the progression map. We got 4 different phases. We're going to start here in the blue phase. We're going to build the treasure castle. That is the big build. Once that's done, we move into the red phase, add the secret entrance. Once we've done that, we move on to the next one, which is making the obstacle course. And then finally, we finish on the green phase, the vault. And that is it. So here we are in phase 1, blue phase. We're going to design and build a treasure castle. We've already taken the first steps to do that. We dug a giant hole to gather some resources. That stone is going to be used to make the terrain. So I've gone ahead here. This is how I like to plan things out. I like to make mini models. When I'm working on a build, I kind of need to see it to believe it. And the best way to see it is to visualize it through a scale model. This project requires a ton of terrain work. I kind of want the build to sit on its own mountain, and so by making a smaller version of it, I can figure out where all the ridges are, where the valleys go, if there's going to be waterfalls, how the path's going to wind up. It really helps me kind of get an idea of how the whole thing is going to look and feel and work. Working at this scale makes it really hard to pack in little details, which is actually a really good thing because it forces you to focus more on the shape and the form and just the overall feel rather than getting caught up on the little tiny bits that don't really matter, and you can always come back and add them later on. If this doesn't make sense to you, that's totally fine because it barely makes sense to me. But that's kind of the point though. It's just a rough outline, a rough plan. I think you can kind of get the idea that this bottom half is kind of a mountain. I've got a waterfall here. The path is these stone bricks here, so that's going to wind up. And then I've got these kind of pinnacle type things. I don't know if you can kind of see that. I want sort of a very jagged mountain in places. And I was thinking of maybe having a river that comes out and then goes into a big waterfall, make it quite, you know, jungly and tropical. And then this thing is the structure. It looks really goofy. And it's going to be about the same height as the mountain. So if the mountain is 100 blocks tall, then the structure is going to be 100 blocks taller on top of that. So it's going to be pretty big, but I think it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be very grand, which is the point. It's a giant thing. As far as construction materials go, we got a lot of stone, which I've got. We need some green, some grass, some moss. I need some deep slate for the roofs, which I've got a little bit. I need to get some more, and then bamboo, obviously. Don't have any of that. In fact, you can see how much bamboo I have from here. It's this bunch, this tiny little bunch all the way over there. And I need a lot of it to build this. So as it goes, when you need a lot of something in Minecraft and you don't want to gather it all manually, you make a farm. And that usually requires redstone, the average Minecraft player's kryptonite. If you mention building a 2x2 piston door, half the Minecraft population are just running for the hills. Don't even get started on comparators. That's 99% of the Minecraft population gone. They're out. It's game over. But if you commit some time to just learning the foundational things, some of the basic stuff like making a clock, for example, it can really open up the possibilities of your Minecraft world, and then you can go ahead and make whatever this monstrosity is. You can hear? Nope. 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 No. Nope. Nope. Oh, I do actually have one. Good. I did not realize how expensive redstone components were. You need like an arm and a leg to make half these things. So dropper, but then I put a bow. It makes it a dispenser. Perfect. So I need a dispenser and not a dropper because I've made the wrong farm. I've made a moss farm. So we dispense bone meal onto the moss. Moss makes stone moss. Yes. I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm doing something, but I'm not making bamboo. Yet. Look at this guy, blends in perfectly with the sunflowers. Still hit him though. So I went around the base here and I collected up everyone's brain cells. That creeper, this cow over here. Sorry, oh my gosh, poor cow. And I decided to make a farm. Do not try this at home. Do not build this farm. It stinks. It's so bad. But it's mine and I like it. I need to make bamboo and I need to make it fast, which means I need to grow it up with bone meal. And I don't have any bone meal. I guess I could, if I had some skeletons, maybe I could, but bones are a little bit of a sensitive topic, okay? So we're starting by making moss. Lava plus water creates stone, if you do it in the right order. And then we push that stone out, and then we grow it into moss. And then this should wash it out into the hoppers, and then we convert it into bone meal. So in theory, this is all gonna work perfectly. Dude, what? Creepers! They blend in with the sunflowers. That's a bad sign. Hopefully that doesn't happen when I turn this on. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Moment of truth. I think I put this here. Oh, you know what? Can't even turn it on yet. I need some bone meal to start. Okay, there we go. As I make more bone meal, I can top it up. But for now, that should be good. Oh, please don't break. Okay. Oh, things are happening. I can't see. My scaffolding's gone. Yes! It's working! Wash away into that. Oh, this is so exciting, guys. Alright, check it out. Yes, we're making bone meal. That's good. It could be faster. Maybe I'll have to add more composters. That's fine. I can do that. This is great. I can finally make some bamboo with all this. I can make anything. You know, I can even turn off the composters and I can just have tons of moss. That's great. So how do we turn a farm that makes bone meal into a farm that makes bamboo? Well, firstly, we need a place to grow and to harvest the bamboo. Then we need a little system that switches between the two. So we grow and then we harvest and then we grow again and then harvest again and back and forth. And then using a hopper minecart, we can collect all of the bamboo that we've harvested. Finishing off, we need a way to deliver the bone meal to the farm, and we're doing that again with a hopper minecart. And now, in theory, our moss farm is now powering the bamboo farm. This has turned out to be one of the most beautiful things I've ever built, while at the same time being one of the most disgusting things that I've ever made. I finish it, in my head I'm like, cool, this is done. And then I turn it on, and then something breaks. I'm like, okay, time to fix it. Turn it on again, something breaks, I fix it. So it's done to the point where I would say like, yeah, this is functional, but it may just be a forever work in progress farm, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I don't have a ton of bone meal, but I'm gonna use everything I do have and load up the farm as much as I can, and then I'll turn it on and see how it works. I added some switches over here so I can turn them on one at a time. So we've got the bamboo farm. That's what we're going to turn on in a second. And then the moss farm, which is this one up here. Here we go. Bamboo farm. And I'm going to click it and then run over. It's so broken. Oh my goodness. All right. This is a little bit embarrassing. These are all droppers, not dispensers. So I was dropping bone meal onto the bamboo, not dispensing it. So it wasn't being placed. Like if I placed it as a player, that's a dispenser. Droppers just throw it at it, so it was never gonna work. This is what I mean though. You think it's gonna work, and then it doesn't, and you're like, okay, this time is gonna work. And wait, am I placing the right thing? Dispensers, yeah. Okay, so the dispensers have the little O for the mouth, and these ones have the smiley face. Thankfully, I had a bunch of them sitting in a chest. I have no idea when I made them, but you think things are gonna work, and you're like, yes, this is it. And then something else breaks. But it's okay, we got it working now, and it's all a learning experience, which I'm very grateful for. Here we go. I mean, it should work. And I've said that so many times now, but it should work this time. There were still a few things that needed some work, but for the most part, this was done enough that I was happy to wrap it up and build like a bit of a shell to protect it and just make it look a little bit better. Maybe better isn't the right word, you know, I enjoy looking at the mess of redstone everywhere. It just feels very special, very industrial, but I also enjoy building, and so maybe intentional is the right word. Maybe by building a bit of a structure around it, it makes it feel very like it's supposed to be there. Speaking of intentional, as I was building up layer by layer, I would sort of look at the farm and realize, dude, I should have done this differently. There was like so many ways that I realized that I could have done this better. And so I've been intentionally taking notes on how I can fix it and how I can improve it for future. But that's for another time. For now, I'm happy. I think it works fine-ish. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.